Right, everyone, settle down and let's get to business. We've got a lot of ground to cover, and unfortunately for us, time is running short. So I had better get both your eyes and ears fixed on this briefing. I won't tolerate any interruptions, so listen carefully and intently. Take your seats and pay close attention. These are troubling times. After the death of the Wardens and the isolation of the Nightingales, Industrial 24 has been left alone in the dark, struggling to survive each and every passing day. Supplies are limited, manpower and morale is at an all-time low, and our best fighters are scattered by the winds or are unable to be contacted without fear of serious reprisal. We've divulged a plan to turn the tide. It's either that or we face total annihilation. What remains of our resistance pushes out towards City 21 in order to re-establish a global communications array that can be used by the greater resistance so they can request assistance, equipment, or even offer assistance themselves. Before they can reach City 21 along the river, one fortress stands in their way. Fort L'Ecluse. It's the site of a failed rebel attack by the White Doves almost 2 years ago. Fort L'Ecluse is located here. It is a Combine stronghold built into what remains of the old French castle. It holds the river and parts of the mountains, keeping that in Combine control to keep out the more militaristic resistance forces that once threatened their control of the region when they were once a coordinated, serious threat. It was hit by a cooperative force of the White Dove and a neighboring group of insurgents with 3 armored personnel carriers. This was a fatal mistake, given they launched their attack while the Combine were already anticipating an assault of that scale. 2 were destroyed in a firefight exchange with the Combine, 1 retained by the White Dove on their retreat. The Overwatch garrison lost 2 armored personnel carriers of their own, various infrastructural installations with the castle defenses heavily damaged by explosive and heavy weapon ordnance and headcrab canisters. The Overwatch garrison was able to push back White Dove and force them into retreating. Resistance forces that were originally present were overrun. The only remnant surviving was the APC that White Dove repurposed for their escape with serious casualties. But this time, there is no room for failure. It's vital to the survival of the resistance as a whole that we're able to push through. As such, a full assault has been authorized by what remains of everyone left in contact to break through the final fortification before we can reach City 21. Fort L'Ecluse is garrisoned by the CCR and Overwatch forces, a tough nut to crack. However, the resistance have something within their grasp that gives them upper hand. A restored VAB APC armed with 30mm cannon. It's a deadly piece of machinery, one we've been saving for an extremely rare occasion such as this. Furthermore, the Sentinels have been working with Coas on a jamming system, utilizing a synthetic network card that will delay Airwatch and other reinforcements, giving us hopefully enough time to storm the fort and wipe out the garrison there. There's a possibility we could turn the CCR to our own cause if we can deal with their Overwatch masters first. They're humans just like we are, trained, have family, and are more than capable of holding their own thoughts about what the Combine is or is not. If such an opportunity arises, we can try to exploit it. If the opportunity fails, well, you know what we'll have to do. If this is successful, this will be deemed a heroic combined arms assault on a fortified position, something that will improve our morale to skyrocketed levels and allow us the capability to see we're really achieving something. I'd also like to see Fort L'Ecluse, to fly the Sentinel flag to show this world we're not out of this game yet. It's do or die, ladies and gentlemen. We do this, we're one step closer to a unified resistance body. If we fail, well, I suppose that speaks for itself. Get your gear ready and checked. You'll only have a few days reprieve. Dismissed.